Hello, my name is Kadin Hackett, and this is my Life Design POL. When I first came into life design, I had no idea what the class was about. I only chose the class because it was a STEM requirement. But when I was told that I was going to be picking a project to work on by myself, I was worried because I've never thought of myself as a creative person and was worried on not being able to come up with something by myself. My first project was going to be learning how to make beats. I dropped that idea because I realized how much I didn't care about it. I would go home after school and not want anything to do with beat making. When doing research on how to make beats and which app to use, it just further pushed me to realize I didn't care. I saw no future in which I would ever use beat making after this class. If I was to end on this project, it'd be purely for a grade. So I started looking for another project, something I saw purpose in. After thinking deeper, I ended with two ideas: learning how to cook and something to do with my sport, shot put. I saw purpose in both of these. Cooking because I wanted to be able to live on my own and you want to know how to cook for your health and also so that you don't have to buy a lot. Shot put because I enjoyed it and I was also thinking of using it as a way to go to college for cheaper. So after more thinking, I chose shot put simply because I saw more purpose and thought it'd be more fun than learning how to cook. But now I had to think of what to do with shot put, and that's when I landed on improving in shot put. I was not too happy about my progress the year before, with a PR of 29 feet and an average of 27 feet. So I decided to work on improving myself in shot put. Now that I know I'm going to work on shot put improvement as my project, I had to come up with a plan to execute this project. The plan that I ended up coming up with was to watch YouTube videos that break down throwing form so I can get a better understanding of what to improve. Lifting, because if I was able to be strong and have good form, that would push my distance farther than if I just had one better than the other. And the final step of my plan was to simply do it. I would try to practice my form wherever I could, but there was a small obstacle that was in my way at the time of me coming up with this plan. I had a concussion. I was not permitted to use the weight room at the school, and also from the concussion, my balance was off, so I couldn't do form. So in this time frame of being concussed, I focused more on getting the understanding of my form down from YouTube videos. And as I healed from my concussion, I started the weight room and talked to my coach for workouts that I used, searched for some workouts that he had in his head. After all this work during the 2024-2025 season, I was able to upgrade my distance by 10 feet, leaving me with a PR of 39 feet and also be able to bring what I average up to 38 feet. Over the time of this course, I have learned some skills and I picked up on a lot of habits that I have used to push me forward during my project. One of the things I had learned was being able to reflect. I had to learn how to reflect on my own skills. If I was to mess up, be able to know what I messed up. Because even though we have a coach, he is coaching two events. So he couldn't be there to tell me what I did wrong all the time. So I had to learn to reflect on my own throws and use knowledge from videos to know which part I had messed up so I could later talk to my coach about it and so he could give me advice. Another habit I picked up was having some confidence in myself. I learned that a lot of the time when I was messing up, it was because I let my nerves get the best of me. So to stop or get better, at least, and not letting my nerves get the best of me all the time, I had to have confidence in myself. And once I had that, I was able to improve even more. A third habit that I picked up was being resourceful. I had to be resourceful and use the resources available to me to look on my own and learn things on my own. A skill that I learned was being able to adapt. When I got better and got chances to go to higher level meets, sometimes their circles were different. For example, turned on an angle or elevated. So I had to learn to get better at adapting to situations so they didn't mess me up all the time. How I know I learned to be reflectful was in the past if I had gotten something wrong, for example, in a class, I would always go straight to the teacher instead of looking back at my problem and seeing if I could see what I did wrong on my own. How I know that I improved my confidence is I don't worry over presentations I prepared for. For example, when I would have a presentation or something to present, I'd be worried even if I prepared for it and put the work in. Now I don't worry too much because if I have more confidence in myself. How I know that I have learned to be resourceful is because I now look for my own info and now go for more resources. The best example I can give for this is that in the past year I started to pay more attention to the news, and I can't believe everything that is said. So I started to go more into resources to get the truth. And lastly, how I know I learned to be adaptful is because I feel like if I had a set plan on something, but it didn't go how I planned, I'd be able to adapt to the situation and make that situation not a complete failure. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a good day or a good night.